Alright folks, welcome back to the show. Today, we're diving deep into the world of martial arts, and let me tell you, this is a rabbit hole I love to go down. We're talking about ancient traditions, brutal techniques, and the ultimate test of human skill and will. From the Shaolin temples of China to the streets of Brazil, martial arts have been shaping warriors for centuries. It's fascinating, man, how these different cultures developed unique ways to fight, defend themselves, and test their limits. We're gonna break down 20 of the most popular martial arts on the planet, from karate to Krav Maga, Muay Thai to MMA, exploring their origins, their strengths and weaknesses, and how they stack up in the real world. So buckle up, folks, because we're about to take you on a wild ride through the history and evolution of ass-kicking. Let's do this! First up, we got karate. Now, karate's got that old-school mystique, right? It originated in Okinawa, which, by the way, has a fascinating history itself. See, Okinawa was like this crossroads for trade and culture, so they got a lot of influence from Chinese martial arts. Karate's all about that stand-up game, man. Powerful punches, kicks, blocks. You're trying to shut down your opponent before they even get close. They also do these things called kata, which are like these choreographed sequences of movements. It's like shadow boxing on another level. Now, the effectiveness of karate, it depends, man. Some styles are more focused on tournaments and point sparring, and that's cool, but it doesn't always translate to a real fight. You see these guys doing these crazy spinning kicks, and it looks awesome, but on the street, not so much. But don't get me wrong, traditional karate, especially the stuff that emphasizes real contact, can be legit. It's all about discipline, technique, and knowing how to deliver a devastating blow. We're talking about breaking boards with your bare hands. That's some powerful stuff. Alright, next up we got a sport that needs no introduction. Boxing, the sweet science. From ancient Greece to bare-knuckle brawls, boxing's been in our blood for centuries. The modern sport took shape in 18th century England, with gloves and rules. It's all about precision, timing, and that fighter's mentality. Footwork, angles, and that perfect punch. Bam! Boxing is the king of stand-up combat, a true test of endurance, power, and heart. Alright, folks, let's talk about one of my own personal favorites, Taekwondo. This Korean martial art took off after World War II, mixing traditional styles with a bit of karate. It's all about the kicks, fast, flashy, and Olympic level. Spinning kicks, jumping kicks, you name it. But in a real fight, those flashy moves can leave you wide open. Still, if you want to kick like Bruce Lee, Taekwondo's your jam. Just maybe save the high-flying stuff for the tournaments. Alright folks, buckle up. We're diving into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or BJJ. Developed by the Gracie family, BJJ is all about leverage, technique, and submissions. Chokes, arm locks, leg locks, you name it. Size doesn't matter. A skilled fighter can tie you up like a pretzel. It's like human chess, except the pieces choke each other out. In a street fight, BJJ gives you a serious edge. For self-defense, sport, or pushing your limits, BJJ is a game changer. Alright folks, we're heading to Thailand for some Muay Thai, the art of 8 limbs. Elbows, knees, punches, kicks. Muay Thai uses every part of the body as a weapon. Fighters condition their shins like baseball bats. It's brutal and effective. Watching a Muay Thai fight, you know you're in for a show. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's the real deal. Alright folks, we're diving into the world of Krav Maga, and let me tell you, this ain't your grandma's martial art. This stuff was born on the streets, man, forged in the fires of survival by the Israeli military. It's all about real-world violence, no rules, no holds barred. Forget fancy forms and point sparring. Krav Maga is about ending a threat as quickly and brutally as possible. We're talking eye gouges, throat strikes, groin shots. Anything goes when your life is on the line. It's not pretty, but it's damn effective. You won't see Krav Maga in the Olympics, and that's by design. It's not a sport, it's a matter of life and death. They train with realistic scenarios, simulating attacks with knives, guns, multiple assailants, the kind of stuff you hope you never have to face. Now, Krav Maga does have its limitations. It's primarily focused on self-defense, not so much on extended grappling or fighting in a ring. But when it comes to surviving a violent encounter, Krav Maga is about as real as it gets. Alright, let's switch gears here and talk about Tai Chi. Now I know what you're thinking. Joe, isn't that the slow motion stuff old people do in the park? And yeah, you'll see that, but there's a whole other side to Tai Chi, a deeper level that most folks don't even know about. At its core, Tai Chi is all about cultivating your internal energy, your Chi. It's about finding that flow state, moving with grace and precision. You see those old dudes doing those slow, deliberate movements? They're tapping into something powerful, man. Now don't get me wrong, Tai Chi isn't known for its street fighting prowess. You're not going to see many Tai Chi guys in the UFC octagon, but what it can do is improve your balance, coordination, and body awareness, all things that can be beneficial in a self-defense situation. Plus, the health benefits are undeniable. Tai Chi is like meditation in motion. It can reduce stress, improve flexibility, and boost your overall well-being. So, while it might not be the most practical martial art for a street fight, it's definitely worth checking out for its other benefits. Alright, let's talk about Judo, and I've got a soft spot for this one. This is pure grappling, folks, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. Founded by Jigoro Kano back in the day, Judo is all about using your opponent's momentum against them, flipping them over your hip and slamming them into the mat. And don't let the name fool you. Judo might mean the gentle way, but these throws are anything but gentle when you're on the receiving end. We're talking about serious force, man. You land the wrong way, and it's lights out. Judo is huge in the Olympics, and for good reason. It's a highly competitive sport that demands discipline, technique, and a whole lot of grit. And let me tell you, those Judo guys, they're strong as hell. All that grappling, all that throwing, it builds some serious functional strength. But here's the thing about Judo, it translates incredibly well to real-world situations. If you can control someone's balance, you can control the fight. And that's what Judo is all about, taking someone down and putting them in a position where they can't hurt you. It's a game changer, man. Alright, let's talk about Sambo. Born in the Soviet Union, it's Judo meets wrestling with serious attitude. Think throws, leg locks, and striking mixed with grappling. Legends like Fedor and Khabib brought it to MMA. Whether for the cage or the street, Sambo is legit. Alright folks, buckle up because we're about to get into some seriously badass martial arts, and that's Kali, Arnis, Eskrima, whatever you want to call it, it's the real deal. This stuff comes straight out of the Philippines, and it's all about weapons-based fighting, primarily sticks and blades. Now before anyone freaks out, let me tell you, the weapon training is just the tip of the iceberg. It's about understanding distance, timing, angles, and developing lightning-fast reflexes. You learn to use your environment, whatever you can get your hands on, to your advantage. Kali is like the ultimate survival system. And here's the thing, the skills you learn with the sticks and blades, they translate directly to empty-hand combat. You're talking about disarms, joint locks, striking, it's all connected. This is why you see so many special forces units around the world incorporating Kali into their training. It's practical, it's effective, and let's be honest, it looks damn cool. So, if you're looking for a martial art that's gonna teach you how to defend yourself with anything and everything, Kali, Arnis, Eskrima is definitely worth your time. Alright folks, we're talking about Bruce Lee, the legend himself, and his martial art, Jeet Kune Do. Now this one's a little different. It's not about rigid styles or fancy forms. It's about efficiency, adaptability, and expressing yourself through combat. Bruce Lee was all about breaking down the barriers of traditional martial arts and taking what worked, discarding what didn't. He called Jeet Kune Do the style of no style. It's about being like water, my friends, flowing around obstacles, adapting to any situation. You see influences from Wing Chun, fencing, boxing, philosophy. Bruce Lee was a sponge for knowledge, always evolving, always pushing the boundaries. Now, you're not going to see Jeet Kune Do tournaments or anything like that. It's more about personal expression and self-discovery through martial arts. Bruce Lee believed in training realistically, preparing for anything that could happen in a fight. He was way ahead of his time, and his philosophy still resonates today. So, while Jeet Kune Do might not be as structured as some other martial arts, it's a powerful concept. It's about finding what works for you, developing your own unique style, and being ready for whatever life throws your way. Alright folks, we're diving into the world of ninjas with ninjutsu. This is some seriously cool stuff, shrouded in mystery and steeped in history. We're talking shadow warriors, espionage, and guerrilla warfare. Ninjas throwing smoke bombs, vanishing in a puff of smoke. Yeah, that was real, but ninjutsu was more than tricks. It was survival, stealth, and adaptability. A warrior trained in the shadows, disappearing in a blink. Just cool, man. Let's talk about capoeira, man. It's a beautiful blend of martial arts, dance, and music. Born from struggle, it's rhythm, flow, and full-body combat. These guys are like acrobatic warriors. It's a dance, with a hidden edge. And the music? It drives everything. Capoeira is movement, resilience, and spirit. Aikido. It's about harmony, redirection, and using your opponent's energy against them. Developed in early 20th century Japan, Aikido blends with attacks instead of meeting force with force. Some call it the most effective martial art. Others question its real-world practicality. But at its core, Aikido teaches awareness, control, and the art of redirection. Alright folks, we're diving into the world of Kung Fu, specifically Shaolin and Northern styles. This is the stuff of legends, man. We're talking centuries-old traditions, monks training in the mountains, mastering their bodies and minds. It's the real deal. Think about those old-school Kung Fu movies with the crazy acrobatics, the animal styles like tiger and crane, and those insane weapons like staffs and swords. That's Shaolin Kung Fu, and it's as badass as it gets. Now, Kung Fu is a broad term. There are tons of different styles, but they all emphasize discipline, technique, and internal and external power. It's not just about brute force, it's about finesse, precision, and using your opponent's energy against them. But here's the thing about Kung Fu, the effectiveness in a real fight really depends on the training. Some schools are all about forms and tradition, while others are more focused on practical self-defense. So it's a mixed bag, but the potential is there, man. It's the OG martial art, and it's still got it. Next up, we've got Wing Chun, and this one's near and dear to my heart because it's where Bruce Lee started his journey. This is a southern Chinese style known for its close-range combat, lightning-fast strikes, and a focus on efficiency. It's all about ending a fight quickly and decisively. Wing Chun is all about economy of motion. No wasted movements, just direct, powerful strikes. Think chain punches, simultaneous blocks and attacks, and trapping techniques that'll tie your opponent up in knots. It's like a human spring trap. Now, Wing Chun is not a flashy art. You won't see any high kicks or spinning back fists here. It's all about practicality and effectiveness. It's the kind of fighting style that's meant for close-quarters combat, like in a crowded bar or a narrow alleyway. The downside? It's notoriously difficult to master. It takes years of dedicated training to develop the sensitivity, timing, and reflexes needed to make Wing Chun truly effective. But when it's done right, man, it's a thing of beauty. Alright folks, get ready to rumble because we're talking about Greco-Roman wrestling, one of the oldest and most respected combat sports on the planet. This is the stuff of gladiators, man, pure strength, technique, and the will to dominate. Greco-Roman wrestling is all about upper body throws, takedowns, and controlling your opponent. No leg grabs allowed, so you gotta be strong as hell and have impeccable technique. It's a true test of power, balance, and leverage. Now this style is an Olympic event for a reason. It's incredibly demanding, both physically and mentally. You need to be explosive, have incredible endurance, and be able to think several moves ahead. It's like a chess match with muscles. And don't let the Greco-Roman part fool you. This is just as relevant today as it was centuries ago. In a street fight, if you can take someone down and control them on the ground, you've pretty much won. Greco-Roman gives you the tools to do just that. Alright folks, buckle up. We're diving into the octagon with number 18, Mixed Martial Arts. MMA is the modern evolution of combat. No ancient scrolls, just raw, tested skill. It all kicked off in the 90s with the birth of the UFC. Karate, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, everyone clashed to see what worked. Today's fighters train in everything, striking, grappling, clinch. It's the ultimate proving ground, and as real as it gets. Alright folks, this one's ancient Greece OG, Pancration. The original Olympic combat sport. No weight classes, barely any rules. Just raw, brutal fighting, striking, grappling, submissions. These were the forefathers of MMA. Pushing limits, testing yourself, that's the spirit of it all. Rounding out our list is kickboxing. It's the foundation for so many stand-up fighters. Punches, kicks, knees, simple, brutal, effective. Take karate, boxing, Muay Thai, blend them, and you've got Knockout City. Legends like Ernesto Hoost and Peter Aerts made it iconic. A solid jab, a crushing low kick. Don't underestimate kickboxing. And trust me, you don't want to get kicked in the head by a pro. So there you have it, folks, a brief introduction to 20 different martial arts. From the brutal efficiency of Muay Thai to the ancient roots of Pancration, we've covered a lot of ground. From Olympic throws to ancient philosophies, these martial arts each have their strengths. Whether you're training for the cage, the street, or the soul, the best martial art is the one that works for you. What's your favorite style? Let us know in the comments, and keep training smart.